Join us today for another video, and the Hilton Moss team are back on track. Today you join us at the Anglesey Circuit, which is traditionally wet and windy. But we've got another sprint event in the Emira GT4. We've got another variation on the exhaust system, but Anglesey are also a little more relaxed on those noise limits. It's a 2-day sprint over the bank holiday weekend, Saturday, Sunday. The first day today, we've got 2 laps of the national circuit. I've not been at this track for quite a long time. I don't know the layout. We've got 2 days, 2 different layouts, so a lot of learning to do, but lots of fun. It's the same format as the usual sprint events. We've got to get into the driver's briefing now, get the car and my kit scrutineered, and then we'll get out for our first practice runs.
I don't know why you treat me like you do, but you do, Lord, you do. I know I would sure leave you, woman. Oh, if I could, I surely would.
I've just finished the standard driver's briefing and there's not much to report there. I did hang back with the clerk of the course and get some extra guidance on the track map so I actually know where I'm going. Whilst I've been doing that, Mark's been working hard in the workshop, getting the car set up for the wet conditions, softening up the dampening, the rebound and lowering the tyre pressures. So we'll get out for the first laps and see how it feels. We've got the exciting onboard footage again, so we'll take you along for the ride around Anglesey Circuit.
But I still gotta do everything for you.
Just got back from my first practice run out in the car and it was a real learning curve. Didn't really know where I was going. Was definitely in the wrong gear in some situations and quite a lot of understeer. Both tweaks to my driving and the car setup, I think, for our first timed run. I'm really getting used to the car now though, just about getting used to this very tricky clutch. The interior is a whole combination of buttons, which is very different to the classic cars I'm used to driving in their simplicity, just like the Austin Healey's and MGs that are around us today. But let's have a little look around the inside and I'll show you some of the features and differences and some of the stuff I've been learning over the last few sessions. So we're inside the car now and it's quite an occasion. I'm used to classic race cars, but in here, the GT4 spec is quite different for me. You've got these fixed carbon fibre bucket seats, fixed pedals, no movement, so you've got to get it just right. You've got this steering wheel with a whole array of buttons, but I can't admit to knowing what they all do. But there's different combinations for going into neutral, for going to first. You've got to know what you're doing when you're going in and off the circuit. And then you've got the digital screen, which tells you all your information, all your figures, and probably more once again than I'm currently using. But we're going to do a full owner's guide of the car soon, showing you all the little niggles and quirks of this car and how everything works.
Surely you woman, if I could, I should.
We've just finished the lunch break, which started a little bit sooner because a Caterham had a spin and a crash on track. I've got this Spire behind me, which completed a 125 this morning in the practice runs. We were 133, so we've got some catching up to do, and he tells me he's got quite a few more seconds in him. So let's get out for these first runs, first timed runs, and see how we get on. We've just finished both of our timed runs, and the clerk of the course has announced there is time for one more run today. We've managed to shave nearly 15 seconds off our practice run time this morning. We're now switching to the slick tyres because it's really dry out there. The last session got a little bit scrappy on the wet tyres, so let's see how we do this time.
I love you like I do, but I do, Lord, I do. I don't know why you treat me like you do, but you do, Lord, you do.
We've just finished our final session of the day and our only session on the slick tyres on the smaller national circuit. We did manage to shave just over a second off our time, but it was quite leery and there was a lot less grip than I expected. Tomorrow we're back out, this time on the bigger international circuit, which is really exciting. It's looking to be dry, we'll keep the slicks on, we can carry a lot more speed. But until then, we're going to go for some dinner and we'll see you all in the morning. Good morning, you join us for day 2 of the Anglesey Sprint, and the weather is amazing today and the track is dry. You join us currently on turn 1 here at Anglesey on the international circuit. It's the part of the track that we didn't drive yesterday, but we will be on today. So we're going to start with a track walk to refresh ourselves, and then we'll head out for our first practice runs. We just finished both of our practice runs, and this international circuit here at Anglesey is seriously fast. We're doing over 130 mph on the back straight. We are, however, losing a little bit of time on the start. The car's bogging down. There's 8 modes of traction on the Emira GT4. We're currently at 2, one of the lower ones. We're going to drop it right down to 0 and see if we can pick up any time on that start. So let's get on with our first timed run. We've just finished both of our timed runs. The first one didn't go quite to plan, so the mix-up in the buttons with the traction control. The second one wasn't perfect, but it was better. I managed my fastest time of the day of just under 94 seconds. They have just announced, like yesterday, we've got time for one more run, so we'll see how we get on, see if we can beat both those times. So that's the full sprint weekend at Anglesey complete over this bank holiday. It's been a great result on both days. Today we managed to finish 7th overall out of 74 cars and by default first in class. We've had some great fun and we hope you've enjoyed learning the car with us as we've got faster and faster over the weekend. And we'll be back out very soon for more track action.